Hey, what's up guys, it's me, Melodic Lemons here, back again to talk more about Sonic. Since I know how much you guys love the quote-unquote blue blur. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about more Sonic Frontiers content today, mostly involving the cyberspace levels which were shown in the Nintendo Direct Mini, Sonic Central, giving my own personal thoughts and opinions on the two, plus more. Oh yeah, I'd also like to mention I bought Sonic Colors Ultimate, and I was planning to make a video and review like in line with the remastered 1-year anniversary, but things got in the way and I kind of forgot the game's anniversary was on September 5th, so I'll also be taking a look at the patches too and see what they really changed, but that'll be at a future date. But enough of that, without further ado, let's see just what's up with Sonic Frontiers. 2. Okay, so first off, I'm going to be talking about the Sonic Central that took place on June 7th of this year. There's a lot of stuff here, but more importantly, the first thing we'll see is a sneak peek of the prologue, as I said in the last video. It will be a short that is going to release soon, and I'm excited because it shows Knuckles doing his job of guarding the Master Emerald for once. But in this Sonic Central, we have yet another gameplay video. In this gameplay video, we see many different shots of Sonic running, and he is running on these purple cyber blocks. Terrible name, but yeah, let's just go with that. At the end of the road, we see a boss. I guess it's kind of like one of those bosses from Sonic Unleashed. It's like an auto runner. Matter of fact, this one actually kind of reminds me of the Egg Deal. Sonic launches a kick cycle at him, and that's pretty much it for this sneak peek. Okay, now that we've practically covered everything in the Sonic Central trailer that's, actually related to Frontiers. I mean, there's a lot in here, but yeah, that's it for Frontiers. I think now is an appropriate time as any to talk about the Nintendo Direct Mini from June 28th, which has a Sonic Frontiers trailer in it. So, in this trailer, we can see the open world gameplay as well as Sonic using combat techniques. This is easily the best trailer in terms of marketing. The hype music and the cool CGI cutscene at the end make it even better. And speaking of that music was revealed to us yesterday by Sega themselves. Oh yeah, I am extremely late to make this video, so I just thought I'd include that little tidbit in there. Now, what do I think of those songs? They're both pretty good, I guess. I do enjoy Vandalize better, and I think 1OK Rock is a pretty good band, but hey, glad to see Sega supporting small bands now. But back to topic. As I was saying before, this is easily the best trailer in terms of marketing. We also get a first look at the cyberspace stages, and we see a city level and Green Hills zone. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Green Hill coming back again, but I won't be too sad over it. It appears that after beating each cyberspace level, the player gets some sort of emerald key, which I assume aids in unlocking Super Sonic. And that's pretty much it for the Direct trailer. You can check out the full Direct if you want. Lots of good announcements, but that's pretty much all I'll be covering about it today. Next up, we got the interviews. There are a lot, so I won't be covering all in one video, but rather I'll talk about the important parts about each, starting with the rapid fire Iizuka interview. This video shows somebody from Game Informer asking Iizuka questions as fast as possible. From Iizuka's answers, we can gather some very important information about this game. First off is Eggman having an important role in the game, which is honestly to be expected considering he got Sonic into this mess. We also know that Knuckles will make an appearance in the game, which is made evident by the Sonic Central. But then again, we have some stuff that isn't Frontiers related, one of which actually kind of fascinated me. It seems Iizuka is intent on making another Sonic Adventure game, which honestly makes me pretty happy. Iizuka also states that Super Sonic is going to make an appearance in Frontiers, and I really hope that it's better than that low-quality trash heap we got in Forces. Seriously. Oh my god. I remember, when Forces came out and they tried charging actual money for Super Sonic. That's just scummy. But yeah, I hope it's better than Forces, and one thing I'd really want to see first Super Sonic in the overworld gameplay is the ability to fly. It would be fun as hell. I mean, it's kind of likely that Super Sonic will be playable since the game is 30 hours. And speaking of 30 hours, Iizuka tells us that Sonic Frontiers will be the longest Sonic game, which honestly gives me hope. That's the bulk of what we know about the franchise going forward, straight from Iizuka's mouth, but I'll leave the video in the description. The next interview I'll be talking about is the answering your questions about cyberspace and more interview, which was released on June 30th of this year. In this video, I'm so sorry if I pronounce her name wrong, but Mitchell Saltzman at IGN first talks about his experiences playing Frontiers for 4 hours and answers fan questions from Twitter, and oh boy, there is a lot to unpack here. So let me just get started with the cyberspace levels. Now earlier, I mentioned how the cyberspace levels we've seen so far are Green Hill Zone and that city level. Frontiers primarily focuses on Sonic's memories, so this makes sense in a way. Saltzman mentions 2 more levels, which are modeled after Sky Sanctuary and Chemical Plant. He describes the levels as short, beating them within 2 minutes. However, he notes that he spent most of the 4 hours playing Frontiers in cyberspace, and honestly described those levels as very replayable. This honestly makes me pretty hopeful for this level, despite all the gameplay clips we've been seeing from people who have gotten access to that game. Yeah, you know what, while we're here, let's talk about the latest Sonic Frontiers cyberspace drop real quick. Regarding the cyberspace levels, people in London got access to a public playable demo of Frontiers, and screens and videos got leaked fast online. We get to see some of the cyberspace in action, like the first level, Green Hill Zone. So, the day I'm writing this script is August 24th, 2022, and it surely is a day to remember for any Sonic fan. Gameplay for some of the cyberspace levels got revealed, namely Green Hill and Sky Sanctuary. After the gameplay was posted on Twitter, someone by the name of Mikester P1 pointed out how Green Hill level reused level design from Windmill Isle Act 1, and another user, Bashed Up, pointed out how it also reuses level design from Generations Green Hill. If you see more gameplay of it from Mikester P1, you can see that they reuse level design from Generations a lot too. Now, what are my thoughts on this? I honestly am not really upset about this as everyone else. It does kind of suck in the grand scheme of things, and believe me, I would love to see more originality here, but I won't mind if it's really in the context of the game, like Sonic's memories, all that junk. And plus, they're really only like 20% of the game anyways. Okay, back to the interview. Saltzman explains how the combat works, mentioning that when you home into an enemy, you start off with a string of punches and kicks. He also mentions Sonic's new kick move as well. Remember Chow? The lovable creatures from all the way back in the Dreamcast era of games who we haven't seen in ages? Well, Frontiers has you covered, sorta. These aren't exactly Chow, but they're similar to Koroks from the Legend of Zelda series. They're called Kokos. These little fellows can be taken to what I presume is their father, and they can help you upgrade your speed and attacks. By using Frontier's skill tree, by upgrading your speed and being able to hold more rings, you can unlock this extremely fast boost, which Saltzman positively talks about.
And if you're able to collect 400 rings, I believe the cutoff is 400 rings, you're able to activate this like super blue boost that, like, you know, envelops Sonic in like this awesome blue aura. He's able to go even faster on his boosts, and he goes extremely fast. If you thought that Sonic Frontiers isn't fast enough, just trust me, it's once you get this blue boost, he moves plenty fast. And I wish I had footage of it because it was one of the cooler things that I got to experience in my playtime.
Speaking of attacks, during the part of the video where he answers questions rapidly fast, he talks about the drop dash and light speed dash making return. Okay, drop dash, it could work in 3D, honestly. I mean, there's definitely some fan games that have implemented it before, and it sounds honestly kind of fun, and yeah. That's it for the interviews I wanted to talk about. Surely there are more, but I don't think I would want to fit all of them in one video. Considering this is gonna be the last one I make about this game before it comes out. But never mind that, let's move on to some more recent news. So as I had mentioned earlier, fans got access to an early demo of Frontiers. And this was because Sonic Frontiers had a panel at Gamescom. And you know what we got at this panel? A new exclusive trailer. Let's talk about it. So, at the beginning of this trailer, we see Sonic rescue a Coco, go into cyberspace, as he is getting chewed out by the new character Sage for just being reckless and endangering the world, Sonic style. We see some more worlds, one of which goes in line with this one picture that Sega posted out of nowhere onto the Sonic account. And then we see another CGI cutscene in which we get to hear an amazing performance from Roger as Sonic sees Amy again for the first time. Really, it's so good, just hear it for yourself.
Amy? Is that you?
I still think Jason is better though. We see some more of the terrain and some more gameplay too. After this is another CGI cutscene, in which I noticed something super interesting. Sonic's right arm is infected by this weird cyber virus thing that is also a part of Sage? Dude, what the hell? And at the end, we see the cover for the game and all the info you need if you want to pre-order it. And remember how I mentioned those fruit in the last video? Yeah, those little fruit things that Sonic collects. Well, apparently those fruits are known as Seeds of Defense, which I guess classify as healing items. These might work similar to the candy from Bayonetta, in which one can heal you and another can grant you invincibility, and so on and so forth. And that's pretty much all I'm going to cover for Frontiers as of now. I know I really didn't cover everything, and it was pretty short, but bear with me because there's a lot of news regarding this game, and I am in school and must put focus towards that as well. Now you're probably wondering, what are my thoughts on this game? Well, I for one think the game looks great. I mean, there are some things that I'm not a fan of, like the cyberspace reusing level design, Green Hill, and Chemical Plant again. Aside from that, I'm super hyped and super excited for this game, and if anything, the story is most likely going to be one of the best Sonic stories and one of the only actually good written and good story Sonic games since Black Knight. You know, since it's being written by Ian Flynn, the writer of the IDW comics. But overall, that's going to be pretty much it for me until I review the game and play it for myself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini-series, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed and subscribe since it really helps in supporting my channel. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next time and in future reviews. Bye.